Hello gamers, it's me, LifeSpiller79, back to do a new video. This video I wanted to talk about, I want to do a video response to Reggie, was it Reggie Radical? He's partnered with Metal Jesus Rock. And this is a response to downsizing your collection. And I went through a purge. I go through a purge every year, and sometimes it's just a small little purge here and there, maybe like 50 to 100 games, and then I move on, and then I might collect some of that stuff back, or I might go buy games like that fill that gap of those games that are gone. Well, this time I went for the Big Purge. I decided I wanted an original Xbox. I got one back in July 2018 at the Gaming Expo down here that they hold down in Las Colinas, and it's pretty much in Irving or Dallas. It's close to Dallas areas. So for those that don't know, the Texas area is like closer to Dallas. So it's Dallas, Texas. So anyway, last year I decided to get the Xbox, and then I wanted to get it modded. A few months later, after much conversation, immediately once I got the Xbox, I already called a couple modders in my local area, and I did find a guy. I drove about an hour out, like I told you guys a while back, a couple videos. I found him, I got it modded, and everything was copacetic. I ended up having him put he put a whole bunch of stuff on there, like the Atari 2600, Atari 7800. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I didn't have this. I had the 2600. I had the NES, Super NES, N64, Sega Genesis, TurboGrafx 16. What else? PS2, 3, 4, Xbox original, 360. Of course, Xbox One. I've had handhelds, Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, PSP, PS Vita. I've had a lot of consoles and games, so I've had my share and feel, and I guess it kind of will circle back to why I decided to do this in Purge, because there was parts of my collection that I was going balls to the wall trying to find games and stuff like that. Like my Mega Man collection, I was trying to go Mega Man 1 through Mega Man 6 on the NES. I was going to get the carts first. I think I had like 1, 2, 3 and 5 or something weird like that. I didn't have 4 and 6. I kept running the walls trying to get those, and then I had other big hitters in my collection, like as far as expensive games. But it got to a point as I got older, and I started thinking, how long do I want to collect retro as far as like the carts, because I started running into issues with keeping them up in good condition, and as far as going back to actually play them and have fun with them and stuff like that. Not that I lost that passion, I just was like, I might well just put it in digital format. So that's why I went ahead and got the Xbox modded. So anyway, I had to start asking myself, how did I want to do this, or why did I want to do this? I decided to downsize my collection because I didn't find any purpose in having all these games anymore. Like as far as the carts, I was getting to a point where the carts weren't fulfilling me anymore. They weren't like, I wasn't getting that thrill nor the kicks of it. And everybody has different things that they do with their collection, which is the part that makes it really awesome about collecting. Everybody does their collection differently. I've come upon other people's collections. Like me, I like the color code. Most people like to do the alphabetical thing. I like, as you can see, my PS2 games, they're like color coded. Like I got all the reds with the blacks and stuff like that. And even my Xbox stuff, the way I like to set it up and the way I like to do things. So it's a certain way that I like to do it. But it got to a point where I just said to myself, I didn't want to collect the retro stuff anymore. I just felt like I was moving in a different direction, and I feel like if I'm going to continue to evolve as a gamer, I gotta evolve in certain areas. And some people are cool with collecting, and much respect to them for that. But for me, I was like, I want to be done with all my carts. I want to be done with all my NES, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, TurboGrafx 16, PS Vita. I got rid of all of it. And it wasn't like a knee-jerk reaction. It was something well thought out, well processed, because I can still go back and play those games. It's just now going to be in digital format. But yeah, man, I went through that. I decided to downsize. I feel like I can breathe a little bit better. I can do things a little bit better. You know, I think clearing that shelf off, and I do that already with everything else in my life anyway. Like my clothes, my shoes. Any items that I become too partial to, I start to wing it off, because I don't want to be a hoarder, like where everything is just overwhelming in my mind. But yeah, tell me if you've actually gotten rid of parts of your collection. I've gotten rid of new stuff, old stuff. I've gotten rid of like the current gen, but the way my collection is going to run now from this point on, and the way I intend on keeping it, is just disc-based games, meaning like OG Xbox, PS2 stuff, and on up, and from this point on. But other than that, I'm Life Spiller. Tell me how your life is as a gamer. I'm out.